Good afternoon, everyone. I thought I'd do a review on this guy. I mentioned in a previous video that I've got a few WPLs, and I really like these things. There's so much you can do to them. So this is the WPL B16. It's all stock, motor, everything, as far as electronics go. So I might upgrade the motor to a 2-speed because it's pretty slow, but at the end of the day, for a nice trail truck, tiny bit of crawling, and I'm talking over a grass root or something. So what I've done to this is I've weathered it. As you can see, I threw some tow hooks on the front, a little bit of a painting with a silver marker to highlight a few things. Got a driver in there because it's got an interior. Threw a ladder on. I put wood paneling around the back of it. I've added the cargo cover, which I think is cool. It's got a flap that comes down and it'll hide everything for you, but I've got that tucked up because I put some stuff in the back and I wanted it to be seen. So I added this little chain across the back. These are some homemade wood skids that I made. I've put in there, and then I just got some of those WEI and BJW cases, some wood, and obviously some steel cable just to make it look cool, I guess. And what I did was so these are the stock tires. I just purchased these wheels off of Amazon. I'll find them and put a link in the comment section, but you can actually take these and flip them around, and you'll have the it's like a 5-hole, 5-spoke, I guess, wheel. But the problem is that if you can see that there's a little round hub in there that you attach the bolts to, you flip that around and they stick out really far. So what you might have to do on a WPL, if you're using them, is trim the little piece that the wheel goes on. But the more I think about that as I'm saying it, it's still gonna stick out quite far. Any event, they're supposed to be like tractor trailer wheels. I think they look a little better than stock. And again, this is something I bought basically to make somewhat of a scale truck. It's not going to crawl any 50-degree or 45-degree angles, I don't think, at this stage. But you know what? It's pretty cool. Typical controller that you get with your WPL. It's got your steering trim, and that is it. So pretty basic, but again, at the end of the day, I'm just driving this thing around as a little old army truck, thinking it looks pretty cool. As far as lights go, let me just turn this on real quick for you here. It has no lights in the rear, but I am sure, let me look here real quick. Yeah, you can fit something into the back there if you wanted to. And then it's got the lights on the front. I just sprayed the thing to make it look kind of old, because after I weathered it, I put like a clear coat on it. And if you want to see the bottom, there's your 6-wheel. There are metal parts that you can order for this, and I think over time I might. If I put a new motor in, then I'll probably do that. If you notice here, I've got some wheel weights, automotive wheel weights in the front. I just put them on the bottom of the body case there. The servo's under there, but that's actually a little protective case that's over the servo. And yeah, I get some metal axles. And the only reason I put the weight on the front is because I put all this stuff on the back. And you know what? This is pretty lightweight. There's nothing in the cases. This stuff doesn't weigh much, but you know what? You add it all up, and it adds a bit. But surprisingly, even with that, it wasn't lowering down on the back. I put a roof rack on my Jimny, my Suzuki Jimny, and that thing, the whole rear end just dropped down. I ordered some upgraded leaf springs, and again, sorry, that's one thing I should talk about on here, is this thing has leaf springs, and they're pretty good. I don't see any issues with them at all. They're nice and loose. but at the front doesn't do much, obviously, but at the same time, they're, I don't know, man. They're pretty good. They don't do much because I put those weights on there, right? So it takes up a bit of the travel of this. So I don't know, maybe I'll get some springs and bring those front wheels down a bit. But again, not a big deal. You still get your back and forth. The rear, same thing. You get some nice articulation there with this thing when you're going over just some basic rocks and stuff. And if you look at the articulation, right, you're about that high. That's probably what, 2 tires, I assume. But again, you're not crawling up the side of mountains with this thing. You're driving it along and looking at it and saying, hey, that's a pretty cool truck. So there you go. There's an overview. Everything I've done to it cosmetically. The little smokestack thing came off and I couldn't find it for the life of me. So I just took a post off of, I don't know what it was. I had an extra post that would for a clip-on body, and I had some little round thing for the top here, glued it on and threw it on, and you know what? It works. Does what I needed to do. There's my driver in there that I glued in. There is a better look at the interior. There's enough room in there to put somebody in their legs. There's enough room with that steering wheel. Or actually, did I cut his legs off? I think I amputated him. Yes, I did. I didn't even try with the legs, just because he sat too high. So I took his legs off so he doesn't have them, but you can't even see. So there you go. WPL B16, not expensive whatsoever. I think this thing cost me Canadian 80, 100 bucks all in. I think it was 80 bucks all in, something like that. And then obviously I ordered the wheels, which were very inexpensive. And the top, I think this top, it comes with metal brackets that you just slide into the holes that go along. And normally under this, there's, I don't know, it's supposed to look like boards. And it's got little clips that you put these onto. And because I had already done this before I purchased this, sorry, my dog's having a drink. Yeah, you can kind of see, I guess if you look real close in there, you can kind of see the type of boards they had. I just took some little screws and put them in all along that line and attached it that way. But other than that, it's a pretty cool truck. So definitely worth the money if you want to get one. And even stock, if you don't want to do anything to it, they're pretty cool looking. And there it is. So comments, I'd appreciate them. Likes, I'd also appreciate them. And subscriptions as well. So thanks everyone for watching, and you have a great day.